Who's incredible, inexplicably ill-bound.
Greetings to all. This is the brother Oser El. And thank you for joining us on our channel. Of course, our website, as you can tell, is www.yourfirsthouse.org. And on that site is not necessarily relevant to what we'll be talking about today at this particular moment. It may be in the near future. As of right now, this site is pretty much based on doing your natal charts. We have a bunch of products that we're adding to the site right now. We also have body butters for those people who have issues with skin conditions, etc. The purpose of this presentation is to talk about the debt validation process via a notary. So just for the record, I'm only here to share my experience, and I'm not your teacher. Only you can teach yourself. If you feel like you need to be advised, do seek out someone competent. In that regard, I am only competent in the things that I have experienced, and I can only share with you my experience. And being that our experiences in life are different, what worked for me, you may have to tweak it to get it to work for you. So, with all that said and done, the following debt validation administrative process is what one might do if one was confronted with a debt collector attempting to foreclose on your property. As usual with all examples that I offer, this information is not intended as legal advice and is for entertainment and educational purposes only. And if you have questions or comments, you may email, or you can actually leave a comment in the comment section below. Okay, so in the debt validation procedure, there's a few things. Number one, you want to make sure you're responding within adequate time. What is adequate time? Well, you may want to look that up, but I will let you know that within 72 hours, you need to have a response off at any given time. In my personal opinion, where a lot of people fail when it comes to any type of foreclosures or debt collectors is the acquiescence of being silent. You should respond every single time, all right? Because they're banking on you not knowing what to do. Because see, what normally happens is people get a bill or a notice in the mail, and they just go in a panic mode, may sit it down and not worried about it because they're reading the date that it has on there. Well, regardless of what the date says, there still is what you call administrative procedure, which includes the time to respond, okay? So the first thing we're gonna be doing is sending them a debt validation notice. Now, let's see if I have an example of that. Let's see here. Via notary presentment, okay? This is one of the ones that I use. Now, I did pay a pretty decent chunk for this, so I won't be selling it. Later on, I may, consider some donations, but I did come out for a pretty decent chunk of change. And I will tell you, from my experience, it was certainly worth it. The person who I got it from no longer breathes in this realm. She's actually breathing from the other side. Peace be upon her. Rise in power, Sister Myra L. But this is a very powerful process. So first letter, because there's a process to this, as you can tell over here, you're going to send them the debt validation notice. Okay, this is pretty much stating your claim. Okay, blah blah blah. This could be for a credit card. This could be for any of that. All right, now this document is specifically for you. All right, that first one and all the ones that's going to go out are going to go out with a notary certificate of service. Okay, now me, I'm not big on using these codes because a lot of these terms are copywritten. All right, so I never use those. They already know what the rules are, and you can use them because they're the ones held by these codes. These codes aren't for us, but we can use them and keep them in check. And always utilize some type of tracking procedure, whether it's FedEx, UPS, registered mail, etc. It's specifically when you're dealing with a mortgage, because we don't want any mistakes. Okay, so this will go with all of your documents that go out. Now there's a bunch of different versions of these. There's some that I like actually better. I didn't use this particular one. I had another one that I used that lists pretty much everything and who. So it's still a good one. Okay. So first one is going to be that debt validation letter. After that, of course, you're going to give us some time to response, as you all can read here. And then the next one is going to be after that time has elapsed. Now me, I like to use their tracking number to see when they received it. That's when I begin counting. It's just called being in honor. They may not be that way, but that doesn't mean we stoop to their level. All right. So the next one would be opportunity to cure, fault, and perform. So you're still giving them another chance. All right. Now, I will tell you all that I actually used this in a court case, and the judge kicked the DA off. I did beat the case out without an attorney, by the way. All right. So after you send that, give them the required amount of time, 3 to 10 days to cure. With time for mailing again, we're using the tracking, and then we're also using the notary. And then we're going to send them an affidavit of default, certificate of non-response. All right. So with this, let me say this. Protect your notaries, okay? Because they're the ones helping you out. All right. And they have their jobs that they have to do. So if they tell you that something's functioning outside of their scope, then I would go to another one. All right. But the only thing is you want to use the same notary, because the notaries will be the one receiving the mail from the alleged pretender lender / debt collectors. And it has to be the same one all the way through, because it shows a level of consistency, unless it's a company with notaries and that they have all of their books intact. And then if you're using different notaries within that particular group, then you should be pretty much fine. Okay. So, of course, then you have this affidavit. What I do, I take an extra step, which is not listed in this package, is I go and get that apostilled or either authenticated that this is an actual notary. Once you get that, now you can use it as evidence in any court case. All right. Thank you all so much. I'll be following up with some more examples, and I hope you all have a pleasant time wherever you are. Harambe.